I used to think that the people around me were solid, and now that I'm at my lowest point, no one's anywhere to be found, you know? And that's the thing, is you have to use discernment in your life to decide who is worth investing into and who isn't. Because if you invest into the wrong people, it can leave you with nothing. Absolutely nothing. But if you invest into the right people, in the right ways too, because I've ran into the right people in my life, but I wouldn't treat them right, so sometimes they'd ended up leaving. And that's a problem too. If you have someone good in your life and you don't know how to make them stay, you can't make anyone stay. But if you don't know how to treat people with respect, because growing up, I was heavily abused, so I didn't learn how to build healthy relationships. And one of the most important parts of building healthy relationships is mutual respect. I didn't learn that growing up. I was disrespected on a continuous basis, so I never learned what respect was. And so one thing I didn't learn growing up was how to invest into myself. Another thing I didn't learn growing up is how to invest in the right people in the right way and treat them with love and respect, so that way they feel like they can stay in your life. I would always push people away, and it's how I was wired growing up. Even good people that I needed in my life, I would always push them away, and it's because it's how I was wired growing up. And it's how I was taught growing up, is that you have to do everything on your own. You can't trust anyone. No one's really there for you. But that's not true. There are people that can be there for you, but you have to be willing to open yourself up and treat others with respect and love. And you have to be willing to receive help from the right people, because there are certain people that might actually be willing to help, and you have to be ready to receive that help, you know? But you also have to be willing to invest in yourself, because the thing is, if you were growing up in an abusive family, like I was, your parents might not have invested into you. They might not have invested in you emotionally. They might not have invested in you financially. They might not have invested in you at all. Like, I didn't even get the foods that I wanted growing up, you know? And it caused me a lot of health issues. I have multiple chronic diseases now that could kill me because I didn't have the right nutrients growing up. You know, some people's parents didn't even feed them correctly. And so you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to take care of yourself. And you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to get yourself to that next level. And, you know, whether the people in your life are willing to help you get there or not, you have to be willing to do what it takes to get there. And you have to be willing to use discernment to find people that actually are willing to help you, even if it's just in small ways. Like, maybe your friend is willing to go live with you on YouTube. Shout out to my friend Juan. He has the same name as me. We've been going live lately. Maybe your girl is willing to just help you relax. Maybe she's good at giving you massages, even just someone you enjoy spending time with. I dated a girl once, and she literally bought us land in our name. She was willing to invest heavily into me financially, and I blew it. I didn't treat her good, so she ended up leaving, and she actually got married, and she has a husband now. So, you know, hopefully they're doing good. I'm happy for them, but I kind of wish she was still with me sometimes, you know? If I could make it so that she was with me, I would. If I could turn back the clock and treat her better so that she would still be willing to be with me, I would. And that's the thing, is like, you have to invest in the people that are investing in you. You have to invest back in the people that are investing in you. And the people that aren't treating you good, you have to just let it go. You have to. Otherwise, your life will never be that great. If you keep investing in people that treat you like shit, because that's how I was raised, in a family that was abusive, and I was a kid, so I had no choice. Those were the only people around me. But now, as you get older, I still try to talk to my parents and invest in them and treat them good. But certain people I've had to kind of just let go. You know, I don't really talk to my sister anymore. One day, maybe we'll rebuild the relationship if she comes to her senses, but she's done some horrible things. I just don't really talk to her anymore. I don't really talk to my aunt. I don't really talk to my aunt anymore. She's done some horrible things. You know, maybe one day we'll rekindle the relationship if she comes to her senses, but if you want to be successful in life, you have to learn how to let go of the people, even if it's just temporarily. Maybe you're having an argument right then and there, you leave the room for 30 minutes, maybe you come back and then they start to realize that you won't take that kind of treatment. Sometimes you just got to walk away, even if it's just for 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be forever with everyone, because, you know, no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. So maybe normally your mom treats you good, but maybe for that 10 minutes she's arguing with you for no reason and you can't figure out why. You walk out of the room, give it 20 minutes, give it an hour, you come back, and then she realizes, oh, he's not going to be treated that way. He walked out. I can't talk to him that way, or he's going to walk away. So then they start to realize that they have to respect you. And then they start to respect you more. So I'm not saying you have to cut everyone off just because one little thing happens. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and then come back when the respect is there again. Some people you might have to cut off, unfortunately. You know, I don't like to say it that way, but sometimes some people, they just don't change. And then to some people you got to cling to like it's the most important thing on earth, because some people really are there for you. And if you grew up in an environment I did where you were just abused and tortured, basically, literally, that's how I grew up. I was literally abused and tortured. You might think no one's ever going to be there for you. But, you know, at the end of the day, there are good people out there that want to help you, and you have to be open to receiving the help. And, you know, sometimes people come and go. It's not always that, just because someone's good in your life, maybe they're not going to be there forever, you know? Sometimes people come, sometimes people go, sometimes people get boyfriends and girlfriends, and you were hooking up with them for a bit, but they found someone else that they liked, and, you know, sometimes they're only there temporarily, and that's okay. That's why you need to appreciate every moment you have with someone, because some people might be there more permanently, and that's great. But some people might be there for a season, and that's great too. As long as they're helping you, as long as they're appreciating you, as long as they're respecting you, then it can be a good thing. But relationships are important, and never forget the importance of relationships, because we are a social species, and there's no way you're going to be successful in life unless you learn the importance of relationships, because every successful business person understands the importance of their relationship with their customer. Every successful parent understands the importance of the relationship with their children. Every successful husband and wife understands the importance of the relationship with their spouse. Every successful teacher, whether they be a school teacher or you're a martial arts teacher and you have a dojo or you're a health coach, every successful teacher understands the importance of the relationship between the student and the teacher. And so if you can master the understanding of relationships and the importance of building trust with people and the importance of building respect with people, then you will go places in life that the lone wolf will never be able to go. And that's why the wolves are stronger in packs. The lone wolf ends up dying in nature, and people glorify the lone wolf like it's a good thing. It's not. The lone wolf ends up dying in nature. And the one that has the best social skills and the best social awareness is the one that's most likely to succeed, in my opinion, okay? So, what do you guys think of this message? Let me know what you guys think of this message. Comment below. Thank you for tuning in. I just felt inspired to record a YouTube video right now because I've been reflecting a lot on my life lately, where I went wrong, where I went right, what I'm looking to do in the future more of, you know, that type of thing. So, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. And until next one, I'm out. Love and peace.